Hello, everybody. I was thinking about something. Is there a God? For as long as I can remember, actually, I've been fascinated with this question. As I was a little child, one of my earliest memories were thinking about what is this life? Why am I here? What's this all about? What is my purpose in life? And I went for so many years trying to figure this stuff out, feeling very confused in the stories about God from someone that came from a Jewish family were not always very nice. I'm sure there was a lot that I had learned from my experience with this religion, but there was also a lot of like anger and frustration and jealousy. I mean, if you've ever read these stories from the Torah or the Old Testament, you'll know what I'm talking about when I say that sometimes the image of God created in that book could be a little scary, actually. And I thought, how could this be? Is this really what God is? And I started thinking more about it as time went on, began to develop a more personal relationship with this idea, and also just really wanted to think about what my purpose in life was. I remember watching this movie, Monty Python and the Meaning of Life. If you guys ever seen it before, you know what I'm talking about. If not, it's really funny. And actually, there's a lot of like wisdom in that movie too. Definitely worth checking out. So, anyways, there's one scene where the French waiter, Maître D, goes home and starts talking about, I want to show you something, and he said that my mom always told me like what was the meaning of life, and it's basically to be nice to people. And I thought it was like a joke, kind of, but then maybe could that actually really be it? Is that what life is all about? I mean, for some people, maybe, but fact is that there's again not something that fits everybody here. What works for one person might not work for another. But the great thing is, in religion, we have this idea of the golden rule to treat others the way that you want to be treated. So actually, you don't even have to know what other people want necessarily. You just do for them as you would want them to do for you. And the great thing about that is when people around you are in line, or they're aligned with what you believe in, if you do for them the way that you want to be treated, then you're actually going to take care of them well. If you're honest and you do take care of them the way that you would want and they don't like it, or they're like angry, or they want to like blame you or something like this, then they're just going to leave. And so either way, you can just get the experience that you want by just being yourself. And so that's what this is really, is about finding your life's purpose. So what is your life's purpose? Well, for a long time I didn't know. I tried to search, go to different places, different jobs, different books, different relationships, different food, different movies, whatever. How do I find my purpose? And no matter how hard I looked, I just couldn't find it. I always felt like, this doesn't work. Okay, so I gotta try this. Gotta try this. And no matter what I tried, it's like nothing was working. And then I learned that the actual purpose, like the whole reason that I'm here, is just to be myself. That is the life's purpose, to move into the highest, the greatest version of who or what I am, and that there's no right way to do this. That there's nobody who can tell me you gotta do things this way, you gotta do things that way, because what may be their life's purpose certainly isn't my purpose. I mean, everybody's different, right? There's no two people in this world that are identical, even identical twins. They're not the same. Still got their own goals, their own journey. Even if they might be like connected or seem like, oh, they're just so, they know each other so well, whatever. Yeah, they're still two different people, each with their own separate purpose. So if I'm here, that means that whatever I'm going through in life is worth going through. And if you're watching this video, obviously the same thing applies to you. Whatever it is that you're having on in your life, like that's meant for you. That's exactly what you need. Because everything we go through is trying to teach us something. The different experiences, different emotions that we have, no such thing as good or bad, really. What we see as a bad experience or bad feeling is just a sign that we're like, off course, that we're not heading in the direction that aligns with who we are. And whatever feels good when we have good experiences, that shows us, okay, keep doing this. All right. So our emotions are here to guide us. And when we start to label emotions as good or bad, then we begin to lose some of our power, actually. And if we try to, stuff down the emotions and say, oh, it's bad to be afraid, or it's bad to cry, it's bad to be jealous, and then we try and block these emotions off, then we're actually cutting ourselves off from the source who or is here to guide us along the way. So only by allowing, really allowing ourselves to feel and experience what we need to at this moment will get us where we're going, seemingly with more ease and grace, because life doesn't have to be all about suffering, okay? It's all right to not get what you want. It's all right to not be happy. These are just signs that, okay, everything that you've tried so far, that's not getting you where you want to be. So it's time to try something different. And that's what I learned from myself, that all these things that I've been through, they weren't bad. Even the most painful, heartbreaking experiences, those weren't like wrong or something to be ashamed about. Because all of that stuff is exactly what I needed to bring me here, to help me see that right now is the only thing that I need. Because right now is life. And so by opening myself up to this and forgiving myself, like already forgiven, actually, I don't have to do anything. I can't force myself to forgive myself or forgive another person. It's all happening. It's all happening through me. It's already happened. Forgiven for everything. And it's only when I'm ready to accept this as being true when the forgiveness seems to happen at that moment. So I want to offer to you, stop being so hard on yourself. You're not wrong. You're not bad. Everything is perfect. You're so worthy. You are enough. And the more you start to see that, the more things in life will just begin to fall into place. I love you so much. Thank you, everybody, for sharing this moment with me.